Greetings, Internet. I thought, given I'm doing the live stream concert, I would be, really cool, and I would do like a little behind the scenes, which I shall post retrospectively, so none of these secrets and surprises and details will be revealed before the show. More ha 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 ha. So, yes, I'm panning up my feet so I can do a bit of a pan up and reveal. To go da 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 da. Lighting rig. Thank you again to Chris, who I've been borrowing this off for a little while now, but with lockdown that's kind of made things difficult in terms of getting things back. That's where webcam will be, on my beautiful homemade Lego phone stand, and the tissue is to stop the vibration that was seemingly causing a bit of a issue when I was talking during the test run yesterday. Again, thank you to those of you who tuned in for the test run yesterday, much appreciated, and it's very useful to get all the nooks and crannies checked in terms of sound and levels and making sure streaming worked and was of reasonable quality, which it seemed to be, which is all good. So over here is the cheat sheet. First half is all the acoustic numbers I've been doing for the 366, so I don't know them verbatim. There's a couple I know like all the words to, but not all the chords, and vice versa. So that's it's not a recital. So that's the opener, as you'll know by this point, because you'll have seen the show. And there's all the full set. Very, very tastefully taped to the thing. And then we have the gig set up. So I'll go through the detail at the back in a minute. So I've got my Lamenia pedal board, my little Marshall, my little crank. So adorable. Wonderful pre-owned find. And my bass cab, which I've had, when was I in Retaliator? A little while now. So, and then got some PAs. That's when my Noisy Gob will be coming out later. / you'll have already seen. Got some light on there, so I can see what I'm doing when the special effect lighting comes in. And obviously, I should probably mention the guitars. So obviously, first half is going to be El Snapdragon, as you've seen in the various acoustic videos that I've been doing. And then we've got some cheat sheets for the second half. I should know the words more or less, but some of these songs I haven't played for, like a decade. So I'm cutting myself a little slack. In here, I should probably move that guitar out of the way before I open this one up. In fact, let's do that last. Tease you all. Then again, you've already seen it, but for the purpose of this video and people who are watching this without having seen the show, this will be more interesting. So obviously we have guitar number 1, aka Punk, because it is a Gibson. Can you see it in the light? Oh, just about. It is a Gibson CM, and I'm very original and a wrestling fan. And then this guitar was called Pleistarchus, because it's a Les Paul Jr., and Pleistarchus is the son of Leonidas. Nerd facts. But after I did this to it, and I basically turned it into a Guitar Hero guitar, much to the equal praise and what's the word I'm looking for? Disdain of my Facebook friends, I have renamed this guitar Bastard. In the spirit of what I've done to it, and also the fact that I'm a fake Northerner. So yeah, lots of Guitar Hero vibes on there. And then, yes, of course, as you'll know by now, because in theory you've seen the show, a special show deserves a special guitar, as lovingly bestowed onto me by Dad on my wedding day. Made everyone cry. It was a wonderful time. Just a sexy, sexy guitar. And I like the counteracting nature of the pink fluffiness that looks after it. And then over here, let's go through some artifacts. So these are all genuine artifacts from some of my musical endeavours. So some of you will have seen my picture the other day. Old School Metal Sammlung banner. Coping with Crisis drum skin, which I never got to use because it's a 22 and my kick drums are 20, but it means it's nice here as a nice artifact. So that's, oh good grief, how old is that? That's going to be at least 15 years old. People who participate in Sparstock will remember the story about Bob Annihilator. I'm kidding, Bob, don't worry. But my drum skin going through, so I got everyone who performed to sign it. I'm hoping I got everyone. Looks like I've got everyone. It's very well accounted for. And then we've got Papa Het keeping an eye on me. Thank you again for that, Amanda. Got my little metal drummers, who I cannot remember who actually got this for me. So if you're one of the people watching this, you go, aha, I got it for you. Thank you. Please remind me. And then a little sneaky hint about some of the stuff that's coming up. But obviously, again, this is retrospective. So this cowbell is from the drum kit that my parents got me, which they bought off the original drum of one of my dad's old bands, Redemption. So you can just about make out the remnants of a Redemption sticker on there. So that was my little subtle hint during the show. And the Holmfirth badge is my little subtle hint to Powerhouse, the Cayley metal band that I was in for a good while. And then, really nerdy one, that is my music monitor badge from when I was at primary school. Yes, primary school. 22 years ago. Jesus. And then a few artifacts on the wall. So that was the debut Powerhouse gig. That was the menu gig I think there was actually a poster for, so I made sure to nab it. I'm hoping a lot of you will remember, given the band's involved, a lot of you will remember the Tombstone gigs I did. An evening of heavy loudness, which is my way of saying there's 3 metal bands and a very noisy post-rock band. And then Lamenia playing at Corp, with the wonderful Everest Queen. And also the Fine Chaps in Sobriquet and Spiteful Embrace. And then a nice flash from the past. Forged. That was a while ago. Also Northern Oak. And yeah, that was the Firstborn Son gig. It was also for Martin's birthday, if I remember correctly. And then set list from when Firstborn Son played Corp. I should stress with all the fact that I've played Corp with that band, Corp with that band, Corp with that band. I did book all those shows, so, you know. I also liked my retrospective. I enjoyed my humour of play last song and then have like tumbleweeds. And then sneaking around the back here, just out of view, is the signage from when Coping with Crisis, my very, very, very first band. How old were we? 14, 15, something like that. It's the artwork. In fact, move Bastard out of the way so you can see. So in the block of cheese, in the top you've got Tom. Just below him you've got Adam. And then to the right you've got Matt. And then who's this numpty with drumsticks and short hair and his tongue sticking out? Yep, that was me. I used to look a little bit like that before I became, a wild animal. And then, of course, given that I was part of the gig to honour the life of Wooden Chef, I thought it'd be a nice touch to put that up there as well. So yeah, that's what I was doing. Microphone focus. Lighting focus. God, it's like I'm a director or something. So, I hope that you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed this little peek into the how rock and roll can you make a conservatory. It's also nice being able to use all these toys, do something creative, and take our minds off the ridiculous situation that we're in. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. I hope if you watched it during the thing or retrospectively, I hope that you enjoyed the show. And yeah, who knows? Maybe there'll be more of these kind of things down the line. Right, that'll be enough rambling for now. PGGS music out.